Hello everyone, my name is Ben Wehrman, and I'm going to be talking about Nostr today. So before we get started, who here has never heard of Nostr? Could you raise your hand? Is anyone? A few people, okay, cool. And who here is on there and use it regularly? Quite a few, excellent. I see Jordy over here. I know you're on Nostr. So this is what we're going to be talking about. I was just sunbathing out in the grass a few minutes ago, and I was thinking about this and realizing several years ago when there were these general freedom libertarian conferences and they were all about like getting free from the system, and Bitcoin was just a little sparkle in some of the people's eye, and there were some presenters there talking about this thing and it was like a brand new thing. It kind of feels like Nostr is like that in the Bitcoin world. It's kind of like the next step, which is exciting to talk about, and that's what we're going to be diving into. I have a little picture of our friend Tanya there in the corner. She's a Nostr presenter who unfortunately had an injury last year, so she hasn't been able to do the round on all these conferences, so I'm carrying the torch, and she also made some really good slides that I stole for this, so let's continue. How do I click? There we go. Okay, so status quo for social media. Right now, we have all these centralized platforms. So we've got Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat. All of these are basically big tech businesses that are completely in control of the content that's on there. They have one single app where you use to access it, and they have one single server where all of the content goes through. And that gives them complete control over what people are allowed to say. They can ban you, they can shadow ban you, not tell you. They can remove your accounts. They can do pretty much anything they want. So similar in the Bitcoin world, how we know that you don't want your money to be under the control of some large entity that you have no say in. It's the same thing with communication. And this is where Nostr comes in, but we'll get there in just a second. I put a funny screenshot there of Jack Dorsey, who is the founder of Twitter, many of you may know. And he is a big Nostr fan. And he posted this picture on Nostr a couple years ago where he was locked out of his own Twitter for some stupid reason. I don't even know if he knew what it was, but he himself, the founder of Twitter, was locked out of his own platform after he was no longer CEO. So it just shows that this isn't the future of social media. There must be a better way. And just to review some of the other issues, they have total control. They decide what can be seen. They sell ads. I mean, anyone that uses Instagram or Twitter these days can see that there's ads everywhere. It's just a pain to get through. And the algorithm really controls much more than just what you see. It controls even the way you think, because the content that you're consuming is creating your vision of the world and your personality and your mood even. And a lot of people have seen that famous popular Netflix movie a couple years ago, The Social Dilemma, and it talked all about that. And I'm actually surprised Netflix even put that on there, because they're kind of part of the problem. Like all these big media platforms are really incentivized to get people in a certain state and more addicted to the content on there. And they have these big psychology teams that realize if they can get people in more of a negative mindset of either being really angry or really scared or something like that, then people will spend more time on the platform and they'll be more sucked into it. So these algorithms really affect us in a deep way that we often don't even think about. So the idea is what if we tried a protocol instead? And this is what we did with Bitcoin, right, for fixing the money and decentralizing that. And we have a good quote here from Edward Snowden. He said, "If a platform is a silo, a protocol is a river. No one owns it and everyone is free to swim." And like I said, Bitcoin fixed that one. So a few years ago, someone realized, like, why don't we just do that with some other things? It seemed like a good idea, and that's what we ended up doing. But first, just to give you an analogy of how this translates into the communication side of things, I like to use email as a good analogy here. So email has no singular CEO in control. It's a protocol layer where all of these other apps, or the fancy word is clients, are these things that you use to access it. So some people use Gmail, some people use Outlook, some people use Proton Mail. These are different apps or clients you can use to access email. But they themselves are not email. They are just the way that you get on there. And so the idea is, what if social media was to work in a similar way, where there's a protocol layer where all the content goes through, but there's no single entity that can tell you what you can or can't post, or all those other things we talked about. And that's exactly what Nostr does. So Nostr stands for Notes and Other Stuff Transmitted by Relays. And just to give you the terminology understanding, as I said, if you hear me say client, that's another word for the apps. And relay is basically a fancy word for server. So we talked earlier about how on Twitter you have one app and one server. And Nostr is breaking both of those up, so anyone can create their own clients and anyone can run their own relay. So you no longer have to bow down to all these rules by these centralized platforms, and I'll just move to this next slide. You don't have to follow all their rules, because if you are to get banned from one of these Nostr apps, then you can just make your own, and which is getting easier and easier with all these AI tools we have. And the same thing for the content that is showing up on your feed through the servers. You can run your own relay, similar to the way you run your own Bitcoin node. So you can see there on the bottom right, there are a few of those little profile pictures for these different apps that we have already on Nostr. And you can bounce around between them. So if any of them were to get heavy-handed and decide to block someone for some reason, then you can just switch to another one. And there's a huge array of them. There's hundreds of them out there, maybe thousands, I don't know, but a ton of them. And anyone can make them, so it's super easy. And this is how you decentralize social media. Now, here is a little visualization of how exactly that works, this relay system. So when you make a post, it goes out to not just one server like it does on Twitter or Instagram. It goes out to several servers. You can connect to as many servers as you want. I think I have maybe a dozen on my client that I use. So it goes out to all these different places. So there's no single point of failure where that content can be taken down or banned or removed. And when you're on the receiving end of that, you also decide which servers you want to be connected to and receive content from. So it just breaks up the centralization of the normal social media. So it's not just one single pipeline where everything goes through, and it's really easy for centralized entities to chop things off. So here's the timeline. So this is brand new. You know, we've been saying that about Bitcoin for a while, but this is like really, really, really brand new. This is just in the last few years. So around 2020 was when it was just released. And since then, like I said, Jack Dorsey, the Twitter founder, since leaving Twitter, he has become a huge proponent for Nostr. And he has said many times that this is what he was really trying to build at Nostr to build at Twitter the whole time, but ultimately failed because too many big money financial interests and shareholders and all that jazz got sucked into it, and he lost control of being able to build what he really wanted. So when he heard about this opportunity, he quickly started sharing money with them and getting excited and getting involved, and it really blew it up quite big in the early days. And it's been mentioned on several podcasts at this point. It was on Joe Rogan a couple times. It was talked about in that Mark Andreessen episode. And it's had its own conferences all over the place, similar to Bitcoin conferences. So it's starting to branch off a little bit. And as I'm doing here, we're trying to continue to get the Bitcoin friends on it because it works so well for Bitcoiners. There's a lot of carryover connection. And we'll get more into the detail on that in just a second. So the key system. Bitcoiners are very familiar with this. You got the public key and the private key in Bitcoin, where you give out your public key to get paid, and you protect your private key. And it's the exact same thing on Nostr. When you create your account, you have what's called your NSEC, which is the private key, and that's the secret one that you want to keep private. And I know a lot of people that just keep that private the same way that they do for their Bitcoin key, locked away somewhere on a seed plate or what have you. And for the public key, that's where you share that around to get people to follow you. And yes, next, Zaps. So this is where the Bitcoin side comes in. This is a very exciting part of it. So Zap is a verb that we use on Nostr, which means tipping with Bitcoin, basically. So when you connect your Lightning wallet to Nostr, which you're allowed to do, and I'll show you how to do that in a second, every post that you see on there has a little lightning button next to the post. So it's not just a heart and a repost button, but there's also a little lightning button where you can send Bitcoin around and support content that you like. You can either support posts that you like or just send them straight to people's accounts privately or whatever you want. And I put a couple screenshots up here of a couple examples. Fran Finney, many of you know who Hal Finney is. When Fran came to join Nostr, her first post blew up and she got over 1 million sats on there, like just in one post saying running Nostr. So with a single post, you can make decent dough on it. You can make some sats. And there's one myself that I put down there. I just posted an Aldous Huxley quote, and some person liked it and sent me 21,000 sats. And Ian Carroll's another creator who's big on all the other platforms. He came over to Nostr and got around 700,000 sats on his first post. And it just opens the door for true value for value connection where you really get paid for the amount of value that you provide. And that's very different from the way that you monetize on other platforms like Twitter, where it's purely engagement based, where you get a revenue share of the ads that are being served based on just driving tons and tons of engagement. So it really incentivizes just being controversial, making people angry, using those negative emotions like you said. And if anyone goes on Twitter and scrolls around a little bit, you'll see it's a lot more like dark content that makes you angry and mad. And that's why, because people are using that, and the platform is incentivized to do that. So Nostr is a much more pleasant place because people are actually like creating things that bring value to people instead of triggering their emotions. And it's just a better incentive structure where you see good content and you can easily support the good content that you like. And it provides a much healthier mental ecosystem. So like I said, the Nostr stands for Notes and Other Stuff transmitted by relay. So there's lots of other stuff here. One there you can see on just along the side, there's Satlantis, which we got, I think Jordy left, but Jordy works at Satlantis. That's like a meetup platform where people can find all these different meetups that are going on wherever they are. There's White Noise, which is a private messenger, which I also saw Max Hillebrand earlier, he's working with them. There's Shopster, that's a marketplace, and Fountain, which is a podcast player. These are all different things that are all running on Nostr. So the Nostr began as basically, the first clients were essentially Twitter clones that looked a lot like Twitter, but they just had this decentralized element to it, and there are several of them so you could switch around, but we're seeing all kinds of other stuff being added to this now. So it really is, the longer you spend in the Nostr rabbit hole, the more you realize it's really changing the way that the whole internet works, because it's going to have all these different functions you're able to do while connected to your social graph, and that's an important part. So the social graph is how on Twitter and Instagram and YouTube, for example, you have a completely different following and followers on all of them. They are all separate silos where if you go from one to the other, you have to start over from zero. And the way that Nostr works is you have your followers and following connected to your private key and public key. So as you move around between all these different apps, they are all connected. So you'll have the same followers everywhere. So in the future, we'll have clones of all of your favorite apps you've always used and loved, but you'll have the same followers across all of them. You won't have to do this stupid routine of telling everyone, hey, Instagram friends, go follow me on Twitter, go follow me on YouTube, go follow me here, go follow me there. It's just, that's stupid. It shouldn't have to be that way. It should all be connected like a glue. And I shared this quote on the left from Lynn Alden. She said, the top of the iceberg in the meme is the decentralized Twitter clone, and underneath it's open source, social graph, and protocol serving as a foundation for more than you could possibly imagine. And I think that's a pretty good summarization there. And here's just an idea. It's a little bit blurry, but there's lots and lots of apps. If you go to nostrapps.com, you can see all the different ones out there that are being built there. I thought there were a lot a year ago, but now that we have all these vibe coding AI helpers, like literally anyone can just build whatever they want. So there's an enormous ecosystem that's just filling up with so many interesting new ideas. And the fact that zaps are integrated so people can send money between each other easily. Your social graph is all connected, so you will have all of your followers everywhere you go, and you can go try out these different apps together in a social way. It kind of has a little bit of an element to, I don't know if anyone in the old days played the Facebook games with your friends. When Facebook was brand new, you had Farmville and Fishville and all that, where you have all these different little games and apps you can play together, and you have your friends list connected to it. It's kind of like that, but with everything. Like it's a giant, huge ecosystem. So very exciting stuff, and it's super easy to create an account and to get started. I know there's a lot of things there that might sound fancy and different, but there are several different apps, like I said. The one that I usually recommend people start with is Primal. That's one of the most popular ones that's been around the longest, and it's also downloadable from Apple or Android. So I recommend people to pull out their phone if they haven't gotten on there yet, and just type in Primal on the App Store. And when you go in there, you'll have the whole onboarding process. You'll create your profile, create an account. You can activate a wallet so you can send zaps around easily. And you can also connect any Lightning wallet you have. So if you have your own Lightning wallet already, you can just plug it in there, and then you can immediately start using that to send Bitcoin around and receive Bitcoin on your posts. And this creates so many exciting opportunities, and I've gotten to use this myself. Last summer, I was living in Costa Rica for a little while with some of the guys who actually worked in the Nostr ecosystem, and I really just focused in hard on getting lots of podcast episodes out for my podcast and telling people to like, hey, if you appreciate this, send sats, send zaps, because I'm going to do an experiment trying to live off this stuff for a month. And so I used those zaps that I had in my Primal wallet to buy raw milk and meat at the local farmer's market because they all accept Bitcoin. So I was literally in the perfect ecosystem of creating content on social media, posting what I was passionate about, creating podcast episodes, all the things I care, and using that money to go straight to the store and buy stuff. So I think that is the dream future for a lot of people out there. So this is really exciting, and it makes Bitcoin much more usable, and it gives you that new way to earn it through posting on social media, which so many people do already, but right now people are just getting little like button hearts, which don't give them any real value. So, all right, here's some real signal for you guys. As soon as you get started, the first post you're going to make, you're going to use the hashtag introductions. Now, this is a trick that we use on Nostr. There's lots of hashtags being used still. I remember like back in the early days of Twitter and Instagram, hashtags were popular, but they're not really being used that much anymore. Hashtags are still good on Nostr, and there's some really good ones out there, and one of them is introductions. Post that and talk about yourself a little bit. Take some cool pictures and tell people who you are and introduce yourself, essentially. And a lot of people are looking at that to see some new friends that they should follow and see what you're about and see what's going on. That is a good place to start, and just start posting anything. And one of the things I didn't really get to explain earlier was how all these platforms we use now, like Twitter, for example, the algorithms are built in such a way that they really don't want you to direct people anywhere off of their platform. So if you have your own side business or a website or a YouTube channel or things that you like to send people to, it doesn't like that when you post links on there. It detracts from your engagement and it punishes you later. But Nostr does not have any such algorithmic punishment. So you can post literally whatever you want. When I'm listening to music and I want to share what music I'm listening to, I won't post that on Twitter, I'll post it on Nostr because there's no punishment there. And people don't have it banned from showing up in their feed. So you can really just post whatever you want. And there's so many examples of people with big accounts realizing that when they get on Nostr, they're just relieved because they don't have to worry about getting shut down. And one example I like to share with people is this guy, Dr. Ken Berry. I'm not sure if a lot of people here know him, but he has a really big YouTube channel. He's got millions of followers. And he came on to Nostr recently, well, about a year ago, I think. And he was just unleashing a whole new side of himself that I've never seen anywhere else, because everywhere else he has such a huge price to pay if he were to get canceled or have his account removed or banned. So when you're on Nostr, there isn't that risk. So you can really just be your whole self and don't have to worry about it. So it's a great place to go and just let loose, be crazy. And yeah, no more algorithms to fight. You can post whatever you want. And like I said earlier, there's so many other platforms or other apps out there to use. So I recommend, after playing with Primal a little bit, there's other ones to explore. Damus is the first one that was on Apple. That's the most common one that people use on iPhone. And Amethyst is one that people use on Android. So there's lots of different options, and you can just go to that nostrapps.com website I showed you for the entire motherload if you want to just see what else is out there and just be extremely early to some of these super cool projects that are being built and have fun with that. So, and starting to wrap up here, some resources to learn more. I've done a bunch of podcast episodes with a bunch of folks on Nostr that are building super cool stuff. We have Rabble in there who just recently made the huge announcement that went crazy viral that he's rebooting Vine. That was like a super popular 6-second video platform a lot of you may have heard of. And a ton of attention is going to be coming to that soon. It's going to be a Nostr client. So that's going to bring a lot more friends into the Nostr world. There's people building health apps on there. There's musicians putting their music on there and finally getting paid after getting screwed by Spotify forever. And it's just, there's so many cool things to be exploring right now, and lots of cool channels out there where you can learn more, and I'm trying to do myself as well. So go follow that, and that's about it. And I'll see you on the Freedom Protocol. It's going to be a good time. Thank you.
Wonderful.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Ben.